Yeah? Okay. I'll try to be short. I promise you that. Painful questions of sustainable development. Luckily, there are only painful questions, not the painful things that hurts body and so on. Not only these are painful questions. Can a great sports spectacle be a sustainable one? And is there such things as sustainable Olympics or green Olympics? Truly. I argue that competition itself is not a sustainable thing, a phenomenon. And let's think about the training regime. This is the intrusion into the body. So how about physical integrity? Are we aware of it? Are we aware of cultural imperialism that speaks from the, let's say, sporting bodies? We need to play the same game all over the world with the same rules and stuff. We have now in Rio the Olympics. In South America, they play other sports, not only those 28. So how about that? Or in Africa, or in Asia. So they build facilities for some sports that are not at home over there. And what about this? Let's say boxing. So sport gives you the right to hurt people. Because the final goal in boxing is knockdown. It's to hurt people, it's to damage the brains in such a way that it loses their balance and it falls down. Sometimes they die, but this is sport. So I question that. And let's see how it works. It's about humanity, right?
Falling is easy. Getting back up, that's the hard part.
Celebrate humanity, so that they kind of go into our hearts for the humanity. What? Run down the hill 100 kilometers per hour? To fall and get up and see that there's nothing wrong with it? It's me that I made the mistake? Or is the system that is forcing me to go 100 kilometers per hour down? And you know, the Hermann Mayer just quit the career, and his argument was, I need to keep some health still for the rest of my life. So is this sustainable? I doubt. What is sport? Let's go quickly through it. It has to be physical activity, play attitude. This is the reason why the kids move. We are from flesh and bones. We need to move. It is the biological need. And you cannot fulfill any need in advance. Eating, breathing, it goes up and down every day, every minute. The same is with the biological need to move. It has to go up and down every day. We need to move. The social need is the need to play. We need to play. Now you've seen in Germany, cycling, walking, jogging and stuff. It's becoming rational. All the top movements that people use is of rationality. What do we get from it? Where is play? Why there are no more games? So we're becoming rational societies. We need to have benefits in it somehow. Play is gone from our lives. And sport is not a phenomenon sui generis, just from the sky it falls down. It is not. It is here among us, trapped within all these ideologies and so on. And the only autonomy of sport is the institutional autonomy. No other autonomy should be recognized to it. There is no definition of sport. It can be just an explication, because sport is a human practice, and there is no definition what is a human being and what is a human practice. So we can only give it a context. So this was my context. It's one among hundreds of them. It's a voluntary act of physically overcoming the unnecessary obstacle. Why run through the hurdles? Why just don't walk here? It's much more safe, because there's joy in it. Why kick the ball? It's hard sometimes, it's tough, but there's a joy in it. Sport is between me and my body, it's between me and me. And sport is towards me and others. And the relation between me and my body is also the relation between me and the nature. My body is my nature. So the way we do sport tells us a lot about the society, how we relate towards nature. So if we have elite sport, what does it say about the nature? And of course, what is a good sport is a question. What is it about? Should we place human being first or sport first? As well as in the city. What is a good city? Is it about people or buildings? The Anglo-American sport paradigm is about constant growth. We all know it, the same is with the city. Just they have to grow and grow. The competition awards only the winning side. And also, when you have this kind of prevailing paradigm, you organize sport for the best only, for those able bodies, for the young male bodies only. And there is the institution that corrupts sport, corrupts physical activity. I argue that competition is life-destructing. It should be life-creating, or at least life-defending. Then it's okay. History of records. You see Johnny Weissmuller, he was the first one who swam in 1924 under 1 minute. 60 years later in Moscow, Vladimir Salnikov swam the first one 1,500 meters below 15 minutes. So we need 15 Americans to beat one Russian 60 years later. Now the kids of 12 years old, of the age of 12 years, they swim as fast as they did. So this is the advancement, the development of the sport. What is it good for? Ethics of maximum. I will not say nothing against elite sport, I do. But it should be there, but not the way it is. It should be in the form of ritual, but now it is all in the form of market. And that is what happens. The child is fourth, and he's a loser. Because only winning counts. Then, you know, they all say it's about solidarity, friendship, and so on. Sport educates. Celebrate humanity. And this is how they do it. Also in Slovenia, also in Denmark. Because the answer is, if I want him to be champion, I need to do it this way. And celebrate the nation and stuff, the king. The moral value of sport lies in the ritual. It lies that it is a free activity that you do because you enjoy it. If you put it for sale on the market, then it is lost. Then it is cost-benefit ratio. Then it becomes pragmatic activity. What do I gain through it? So sport in these terms is a luxury. It's a luxury. Because